Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chief. Joining here, my good pal.
Saturnsaya.
And I know I've done Cuphead before, but time for a second visit. This is the complete playthrough. This is all bosses, of course, all stages, all coins, all items. So I'm basically doing everything. The only thing I'm not doing is pacifist. Pacifist runs, because it'd just be playing the game over again. But I've only done the first two levels pacifist. I want to say. You do get something for doing it, but all you get is a filter to make it look like an actual chrome, black and white.
Oh
Rubber
yeah,
Hose cartoon.
old school cartoon.
Yeah, old school cartoon. I think you get like, I don't forget you get different filters, like multiple filters, but I know you get like the old school, like black and white rubber hose.
Yeah. Oh, neat.
But anyways, Cuphead from Studio HD MR. This is a game I was really looking forward to. In the style rubber hose, favorite. This is my favorite art style. I didn't get this immediately. This is only $20, that mind you, digital only. I don't know if there's any physical.
I don't think so.
It's on Xbox One, PS4, Switch. It was Xbox exclusive for a long time, and then it came to the Switch, and then it finally got a PS4 release. Oh, it was Steam. It was a computer and Xbox first.
Yeah.
Then Switch, then PS4. But I think I got this game maybe like 3-4 months, like 2 to 4 months after the game came out, because I was playing other games at the time. So it's like, you know what? Let me, when I get this game, I'm gonna give it my full focus. And yes, I will be playing Mugman because I love Mugman. I have played this game so many times. And compared to my last playthrough with my pal Dog, I kind of want to do like a redo. So I'm taking the opportunity to do it with Kaylee, which... What's your history with Cuphead, Kaylee?
Mostly just, I think Rob and then Mark were really interested in it, and I'm just not very good at these kinds of games, so I have tried it though. I have played it a little bit, but I usually get carried by whoever's playing with me.
It's honestly hard. It's honestly harder with co-op, in my opinion.
I might have tried a level like once. I think I bought it on my Steam account. I don't remember if I bought it right away or a little bit after. But since it was only it was either Steam or Xbox, and I didn't have an Xbox, I was like, well, get to buy it on Steam, okay. So that's where I played it first. But yeah, I really like it. It's like this. It's really neat. I'm just not good at these kinds of things.
Shoot 'em ups or platformers?
Probably both. It's not my usual style of games to play, so.
What is your normal?
Probably RPGs is what I'd say.
Okay.
RPGs or
It's funny because like RPGs is like the one I had like the least amount of time on. Like I'm more familiar with like platformers, action adventure, like shooters.
Yeah.
I would say like those three are the ones I have like the most. What's it? Action adventure, hack and slash, shooters, RPG. I was in RPGs. Fighting games. I would say RPGs are like one of my weaker ones actually.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure RPGs for sure. I'm trying to think of the other designations for the games.
You like story games?
Story games as in like
ones that really focus the story, like novel games, or like it's less about gameplay and more about the story.
Oh, like a sort of like visual novels almost. Not quite.
Yeah, Something like that. Telltale kind of qualifies for that too.
Yeah. No, I would say I don't play too many of those. I'm trying to think back. Yeah, I think it's mostly just RPGs. I've played a handful, not a handful. I've played like maybe 3 different types of shooter games.
You ever played Contra?
No. I've played Overwatch, Splatoon, a tiny smidge of Call of Duty. Had like maybe a. Oh, I did
Not
play.
that-
I did play Left
And that there, folks, is a perfect score right there.
4. Um.
All right.
Didn't-
For the running levels, it's basically a platforming level with enemies. There's 5 coins in each level, and how these levels rate you is your time, HP, how much parries you get, and health. No. How much meter you use.
Mm.
And then the last of it is the difficulty. Also, that's a shortcut. This game has achievements. I'm playing off the Switch, by the way. They still give you achievements when you do it the one time. There's multiple shortcuts. Because I would have to like beat the boss and get the bridge. But skipping that. There is enough coins to get every item. Some are... some of them you have to get them in secret. They're like hidden, or you have to do stuff to be able to acquire them. But for the most part, you can acquire everything. For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you're saying RPGs?
Yeah, RPGs. I've played a smidge of some shooters, not very many of those.
Mainly Overwatch and Splatoon.
Yeah. Pretty much. Dabbled in a couple games of Fortnite, but was not very good, so I don't really count that.
Unless it's Tetris 99 or something like that.
Oh yeah, Tetris 99 is a lot of fun.
Puzzle games. You're good at puzzle games.
Yeah, I like puzzle games.
Or at least Tetris.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah, Tetris is fun. I'm trying to think of the other one I like, which is
Mean Bean Machine. Okay, no.
No. I'm trying to remember the name of what they're called. They're like the little like where you have to figure out the image with numbers. Picross, I think. Yeah, it's Picross.
Oh, okay. I've seen it before. Never played it before, though.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah. Those have fun with those kinds. I don't really know what you'd classify farm simulators as, other than sim games, I guess.
Well, simulator. That'd be a simulation game.
Sim games. So, and then a few music games here and there.
Right. Yeah, I remember when this game was out. So, like, people were saying how this is such a Dark Souls game. It's like so hard. This is that. I've seen so many clips of people getting mad and like this or that.
Oh yeah.
I will be honest. It took me around 8 hours. My first playthrough. A lot of deaths. But if I really just like, I could beat this game in roughly an hour. At best. Just like getting my certain abilities and then doing the bosses. But it took me about 2 hours to record everything here.
Oh.
Because some of the later stage levels I struggle with for reasons, of course.
Yeah.
I didn't really die much. I think in total I may have died around maybe 6 or 7 times. I want to say. I never checked the fountain. I forgot to check out the fountain.
Oh,
the
yeah.
fountain does tell you how many times you die. I'm like, I roughly die around like 6 or 7 times. Anything that's pink you can parry, which is inputting the jump again. The first item I get was invisible dash.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have it, you just dash forward in the air, which makes the bosses easier because of that.
Yeah. I can definitely see how that would.
There's a lot of items that I see as worthless.
I mean, sometimes
Like,
that happens.
like unless you want to experiment, sure, go ahead. But like, like automatic. There's one. There's an item called automatic parry.
Hmm.
The moment you jump, or the moment you land on something, it parries for you. I
Ah.
believe,
Mm-hmm.
and that throws me off because I
Mm-hmm.
press jump to parry myself. So when I
Yeah.
input the jump, I'll just do a second parry and lose my parry.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can only parry once in the air, but you have to make sure not to press parry before another thing to parry.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, unless you're just gonna leave yourself vulnerable, you're just gonna get hit for nothing.
Mm.
Mausoleums, you come here for the super arts. This is basically a giant Kamehameha. And now it's time to get to some bosses after I buy stuff. There are 6 weapons and 6 accessories.
Mm-hmm.
We have the normal shot that does okay damage, and the EX meter is a fireball. We have the charge shot, which if you shoot it by itself, it's a little line that does low damage.
Mm.
As much as like the first attack you have, but if you charge it up, it does like it's the strongest weapon.
Ah.
But you have to charge it up, is the thing.
Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm.
And it takes a bit.
Mm-hmm.
The EX version is basically a shotgun, where you basically have to be right next to him to hit him,
Mm-hmm.
and does even more damage, of course.
Yeah.
You have the chaser, which is green, that chases your enemy projectiles, this or that. It does reduce damage, but it chases your enemies, so you can be busy dodging stuff, yet at the same time hitting them, hitting bosses.
Mm-hmm.
You have the tri-shot, which is basically, in a sense, kind of like a shotgun. 3-way triangle shot. EX version, just 3 triangles forward. Thing is, if you're not hitting them with all 3 bullets, you're not getting the full damage.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
But you have to be really up close for that one. The lob is a giant. Lob is literally a giant grape. You shoot. Doesn't have much. It doesn't really go far. But it does pretty good damage, above average damage. And the EX is just a giant ball. This is something updated.
Oh yeah.
If you hit the onion, it'll start crying. But if you leave it alone, it'll go away, and this radish shows up.
Oh.
This is the update when the Switch is coming out. They put an update out.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
And they added additional stuff, like like in the cutscenes they move, their mouths are moving, this and that.
Okay.
And that radish is one of the secret things you can unlock. You can get.
Okay.
So in a sense, you kind of avoid the second phase and go immediately to the giant carrot, but you have the radish moving around.
Okay.
Because if you hit the onion, it'll start crying, and you just like shoot it and just like just move on.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't remember that, so I was like, huh.
Yeah, there's a lob. It doesn't go that far. You kind of have to jump for it.
Yeah.
For the special items, oh yeah, sorry, the boomerang. The boomerang, in a sense, you shoot it, it'll come back. It does, it does average damage. So it doesn't do that much more than the regular shot, but it's pretty handy because you pretty much look away and it'll still hit them. My preferred weapon. My first play of this game, it was normal shot and charge shot, but now it's pretty much normal shot, boomerang, lob, and chaser. I do not bother with the triangle or the charge shot at all.
Oh, okay.
Nowadays. Yeah, so those 3 weapons, oh no, and chaser, those 4 weapons, pretty much the only ones I use.
Oh yeah.
For the additional items, there's one for one extra heart, because you start with 3 HP, so extra heart, 4 hearts, 4 HP. There's one for double heart, so you start with 5. There's one with one item was invisible dash. You dissipate and dash to avoid stuff. You have the automatic meter, auto meter refill. It'll charge your meter really slowly. I say very slowly, but it'll charge it up for you. There's the axe attack, which in a sense gets rid of your parry, and it's basically an axe to attack. I don't know why you would. Automatic parry. It'll parry when you jump in the air, when it lands on something. I'm trying to remember what else there was.
Oh.
Sorry, there's just a lot of things that just don't use.
I don't know at all.
no.
I can be no help.
One hard, two hard, automatic, axe, invisible. Oh no, yeah, that was it.
Alrighty.
And those are all the items, and then there's 2 other super moves that I don't use at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I will explain to them when I get to them.
Yeah.
Honestly. Every time when you hit the knob, whatever picture it is, it's a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
When it's a frog, it's platforms. When it's a bull, it's fire, either going up or down. If it's a tiger, it's going to be platforms with balls jumping up, which is what we got right now.
Ah.
There's a certain way to, avoid everything in this game.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a way, you just got to remember how to. Also, you cannot beat the bosses on simple mode.
Mm.
If you do simple, it'll only let you go like before the final phase, I think.
Ah, okay.
Or a little bit before the final phase, I think.
Mm.
But it doesn't count.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You have to do regular. You have to do the whole fight to be
Mm.
able to achieve that.
Hmm.
Whenever you beat a level, beat a boss, the environment changes around you sometimes, or like every time.
Mm-hmm.
This guy gives you a hint that he doesn't trust banks because the devil controls that shit.
Mm.
So he mentions that there's coins, hidden coins.
Mm.
So there's some hidden coins here and there. Gooby Le Grand.
Gooby.
Yeah, but honestly, this is one of my favorite games of the decade.
Mm-hmm.
Of 2010 all the way to 2019.
Yeah.
Pretty much one of my favorites
Mm-hmm.
of the decade, without a doubt. This came out 2017, 2018, something like
Probably, yeah. It is, it's very neat, yeah.
that. Yeah, I think I've played this game as much times as I play Mario 64. Like a shit ton,
Yeah.
because I really love this game.
Mm-hmm.
I played it so much where my first playthrough was 8 hours,
Yeah.
and then 7 hours, and then 6 hours, 5 hours.
It's just
4
gotten
hours,
down, yeah.
3 hours, 2 hours. My last time I got was 1 hour and 8 minutes.
Oh, nice.
So roughly an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I mean, if that doesn't show how much I love it.
You've gotten it down.
I mean, I still die here and there, you know.
Oh, you know.
I'm not one for like really getting upset. So, you know, people online, whenever I see them like really raging, I'm all like, Jesus, like someone like these people got issues. That's all I gotta say. So, you know.
Mhm. Yeah.
It did take a while for me to get this game patted down, really.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, just multiple times and this, that.
Yeah.
But that really goes to...
Repetition.
I mean, what kind of... I mean, I'm pretty sure you've had a couple games where you played the shit out of that where you had, like, no problem.
Yeah.
Like, whatsoever, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Just the repetition. Just learning how things work. And once you get it, you get it.
Yeah, just about, really.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, that was part 1 of Cuphead.
Very fun.
Yeah.
Looking forward to the rest.
Alrighty, anything to say?
Nah, can't think of anything.
Alright,
Other
see
than
you guys
that.
in part 2.
See ya.